I highly recommend picking these books.
Coming to you from parts unknown, it's Vance Capley talking comics, graphic design, and art. Sit back and enjoy tonight's episode.
Happy Wednesday, my friends. Vance Capley Art here. And I'm going to talk about these three books. These three books are quite important to the noggin that is my head. For the main fact that they have influenced and inspired and helped inspire a lot of my comic book ideas, storytelling ideas, and just general knowledge of the history of comic books, the behind the scenes. When I was a young person, I purchased this one at a bookstore in Franklin, Tennessee. And it covers the Silver Age of comics. And they go back to Mr. Mike Benton's superhero comics, illustrated history of superhero comics. And it goes all the way back to like the mid 50s. And we'll fast forward a little bit here. And here we go. Going back to 55, 56, 54, right around this time period. And then it goes all the way up and going up into the, into the Silver Age that we're more familiar with. And then it also has like a index, if you will, about the characters and the books they appeared in. It's very cool during the Silver Age of comics. Then you get like this great section about the artists. It's just amazing. And the books they did during the Silver Age, pretty cool stuff. And this book was, this also talks about like the comic books themselves that were in the Silver Age. This book has been a great source of knowledge, things I didn't know existed. I found out when I got this book, like this alternate version of Captain Marvel from, what year was it? Let's look over here and see. From 1967 or 66. Yeah, 66, MF Enterprises. Right before Marvel released this Captain Marvel. Right here in the green and white. But again, this book, phenomenal. And I read it over and over again. Still has the slipcase on it, or whatever you want to call that. And then I was at the Murray County Public Library and found this book. Now, this isn't the one that's the Murray County Public Library. In fact, someone, I think, has swiped it because I couldn't find it no more, so I had to order this one online. This is the fourth book in Mike Benton's comic books in America, the superhero comics. And this one's of the golden age of comics. And I would check this thing out every couple of weeks over and over again. And I got this one at Half Price Books online. So, yeah. And this has, going back to the very beginnings of the golden age of comic books, and it covers the same kind of setup, talking about each character, their appearances in the golden age, the background stories of these dudes. And it's not just limited to public domain, but it also covers Marvel and DC, well, timely and national. And then in the back, you have the books themselves, a little bit of history about that. And, each little section about the heroes. It's just a phenomenal book. And so much information. If you've got the time to pour over these, oh my goodness, this is like awesome. Highly recommend this one as well. And recently, I acquired this one. Now, hold on one sec. When I purchased this one was on the same shelf, but I only had enough money to get this one way back when I first bought this. This one, it took many years to find again. I found it online and I ordered it. It's an old rejected library book. Where's that from? Toledo Lucas County Public Library. Cool. Rejected way back in, I guess that's that's the year it was issued. I don't know. Anyway, this covers sci-fi comic books. And I've just recently started getting into the sci-fi comic book genre. I like sci-fi horror. That's another book I don't have yet. And that's the hardest one to find of this Mike Benton series. There's supposedly, is it 5 books in all? No, 4 books in all. Yeah. 4 books in all. And I'm missing the one about monsters. And I'll have to get that eventually. But I mean, look at this guy. Come on. That's cool. And that is from Erie, number 1, 1964, IW Enterprises, with art by Wally Wood. And in this book, you get a lot of Wally Wood artwork. You get stuff going way back to Dick Calkins, who did the Buck Rogers stuff, which I love these Buck Rogers ships. I mean, who couldn't? Look at all this stuff. Then, like I said, and then you get into the Alex Raymond, Flash Gordon stuff. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Then you get into your lesser known sci-fi adventure heroes. Then you get into Planet Comics. I mean, it just, weird fantasy. And this one does something unusual. It covers from the beginning all the way up. Let me get on up here. It has stuff going up to more modern, more contemporary books. This is from 1989. This is the Star Trek book from DC. And this is the Marvel Super Special with Star Wars in it. Or Empire Strikes Back, pardon me. And there's Al Williams' artwork. Oh, beautiful stuff. I'm thinking that's Jerome Moore. Let's find out. It is. Yay. And then over here, the more modern Magnus Robot Fighters from Valiant Comics. And this says here art by Art Nichols. And then there's Mark Schultz's Xenozoic Tales. Boy, it's hard to say. And then you get little fun things like this. This was Tales Calculated to Drive You Bats. Kind of a Mad Magazine, I guess. I'm not familiar with that. Little Dave Stevens cheesecake stuff here from where they redid Planet Comics for, was that Blackthorn? Blackthorn? Yeah, Blackthorn Publishing. This looks so cool. This is from 1952, but there used to be a doll you could get, a little stress doll, and you'd squeeze it, and the eyes and the ears would pop out like that. So it cracks me up. Rocket Kelly, which is interesting to me because I redesigned Rocket Kelly recently. Might have to do a video of that on my other show, Into the Void. This is a computer artwork from Shatter. It was supposed to be the first computer illustrated comic book, ironically, from First Comics. Space 1999. Just in Charlton's Space Adventures. Just so many good things in here. If you're a fan of Space Family Robinson, look at that right there. I love this cover for Space Busters. That is just too cool. Norman Saunders, fantastic artist. And there's Basil Wolverton. So anyway, like I said, I'm sorry, I haven't got to read this one all the way through yet. So if you have a thirst for the knowledge of comic books of the past, the different styles, the different genres, I highly recommend picking these books up. They're beautifully illustrated with art from the past, comic book art from the past. And I mean, you can't beat it. It's just, and they look great together on the shelf. So you get that nice little look to it right there. These two right here are slightly faded, but that's okay. I don't care. And I will be looking for the horror one. One of these has the horror one on the back. Let's see if I can... Yeah, here it is. That's the horror comic one. I need to grab it. If I can find it online, I will definitely be grabbing that up. But Mr. Mike Benton, great job on these fantastic books. And also, great job working for Unit. That's a Doctor Who reference. All my sci-fi friends will know that. Anyway, that is what I got for you today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends about what we're doing here, or what I'm doing here on YouTube. Also, go to INDYPLANET, look up Visual Comics. That's my comic books and magazines that I produce. Also make Monster Magazine with my friends. It's all there. Grab you some stuff. I also have merch over at TeePublic. All these links to all this good stuff's down below. Please look after one another. Take care and have a wonderful evening. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.
Vance Capley is a self-taught artist who has worked in various mediums, including drawing, painting, and graphic design for over 20 years. He now has his designs here on TeePublic. Old school, unique, stylish. He is also available to help you with your original TeePublic designs. Make sure you visit Vance Capley Art 1972 at teepublic.com. You'll be glad you did.